What's up, everyone? JB from Storky's here. Going to go ahead and do a little Super Bowler action here. We're going to start off with the Town Hall 16 Maniac. He's one of our co-leaders here at Storky's. He's going to start us off with a little Queen Charge Recall Super Bowlers. So really, it's all about creating some pathing near the Town Hall. We've seen some videos out there from other content creators. This is kind of how we run it in Storky's. You don't have to get insane value, but you definitely need to create the funnel. We all know that the King and Super Bowl AI sometimes gets out of whack. So Maniac does a good job at creating a nice deep funnel on the 12 o'clock side here. Then on the 3 o'clock side, he's going to go ahead and use a Siege Barracks. Siege Barracks is so nice with the new level, getting 2 P.E.K.K.A kind of tank for those wizards. And then I believe he runs some super minions in the siege barracks to kind of clean up that flank side. But really, as you see here, he's got the super bowlers, the rest of the army, and heroes going in already. I don't think he's used. No, there he is. Used the recall there pretty late, just because the queen was kind of doing her thing to help set up more of that funnel. So now they go straight towards the town hall, get that CC, those ice golems out of the way. Really, ice golems aren't too big of a deal as long as you can time that warden ability up like Maniac did, so that Town Hall Poison doesn't really impact everything too much. The Super Bowlers and Heroes can maintain some health through the initial part of the attack, then these heavy defenses really don't matter because those Super Bowlers are going to skip the rocks all the way through that core area. We see a lot of that in base designs these days. So he's got the super minions and royal champion there cleaning up on the backside while his here king and queen and super bowlers there take care of the rest of that core. Then we'll kind of speed it up here in a second, but that royal champion is just helping clean up with the fox and some of the upgraded equipment for the royal champion. It really makes life a little bit easier. This army is prone to time fails. So a lot of guys, they'll run the haste, like you see here. The haste on the world champion definitely helps her clean things up pretty quickly. The next replay is against the Town Hall 16. However, it is a Town Hall 15 hitting it. So pretty impressive. Not a completely maxed out Town Hall 16, but it's heavy enough to where I feel like it's kind of crazy that a Town Hall 15 can come in without max heroes, come in and get the job done. So OZ's here. He's one of our Town Hall 15 co-leaders. Takes on some pretty heavy defenses here at the beginning. He does a nice job of setting up the pathing, though. So everything in that eagle compartment area, including the ricochet cannons, that's going to be gone to help set up his pathing. Really, I think even at Town Hall 15, I think this attack is probably even stronger just because you don't have some of the heavy defenses that was introduced for Town Hall 16. But with the equipment, it really makes it a valuable army for a 15v16 war attack as well. Again, Siege Barracks. OZ likes to rock a couple of Rit Riders, which I actually become more fond of as I've seen him use it. But those back-end Rit Riders really help get the rest of the base taken care of, cut through some walls in the back end because they come out pretty late. So typically a lot of the heavy stuff gets taken care of early on in the battle. But using these Root Riders out in front of the Super Bowlers helps them cut through the initial part of the base. Some of us bring a back-end jump spell, which you'll see in the next replay, which is actually a Town Hall 15 versus a Town Hall 15. But here, with those ice golems in there and free spells, everything gets frozen up. Again, uses another freeze on the scatter and the Inferno Tower, which is going to help get everything through the base to use a warden ability a little bit later on. Like I said, those back end Rit Riders are helping the King get back in, take on that Town Hall fairly late into the battle, but it really doesn't matter with those healers still locked on, Super Bowlers still alive, you got heroes up. So he's really taking care of business here, although it can be a little daunting to take on the town hall late in a battle. He does a nice job. Take a look at his equipment too. The equipment really is a game changer. He's rocking the Shield of the Hog Puppet, which I had been for quite some time as well myself. I just started upgrading the haste finally, so now that we're getting a few more ores, I'm able to upgrade the haste. That's helped me through some of my attacks. So really, yeah, just kind of finishing up the base here. He has a little bit of cleanup, and then he has got heroes up, super rollers up to help take care of the rest of this base. The next attack, like I said, is going to be a 15v15. So that'll be up here in a second. So this base actually caused us a little bit of trouble. There's a couple of us, including myself and my 15, that attempted it. I tried a wallow and came up a few percent short. But MJ here, he's another one of our co-leaders. We have a pretty good leadership team that can set a good example for the rest of our clan. Again, he's just setting up a good funnel for the super bowlers. That invis spell can really be used as a utility spell. I've seen OZ use it quite a bit to steer his archer queen. You can use it to protect your queen, but really, oftentimes it's used to protect the queen. Sometimes you don't need it, and you can actually use it in the core, or you could potentially drop it for a free spell, depending on whatever your plan is. A lot of us are using a lot of the popular equipment, though, for our heroes, which has really made the game a lot different. Obviously, Root Riders are pretty popular. Some of the armies I'll show on the channel will be some of our non-Root Rider armies, but I'll also show some of the Root Rider armies that we're rocking too. So set up a good funnel. He put the siege barracks down nice and early. Super minions come out to clean up some of that backside. With that single inferno there, they should live fairly decent. I think he actually ends up swagging, potentially swagging some spells and some troops. I think he ended up using the last spell pretty late in this attack, which really I don't think he needed to. But Town Hall 15, these super rollers really wreck through the base. You don't have to have max heroes to do it. I know in my 15, when I set it up correctly and I don't have a user error, they eat stuff up pretty good. So still quite a bit alive. Still a free spell. He just has some troops left over. I think he forgot to drop down that last healer, which I think he'll drop just because here at the end. But this ended up being pretty much an overkill on this base. Hog Puppets helped the RC tear through the rest of the base, and that's all she wrote. Thanks again for watching. I hope you guys enjoy and can learn some things with us.